Hello, the foods we eat, the air we breathe, the water we drink and the climate that makes our planet habitable all come from nature. Yet, these are exceptional times in which nature is sending us a message. To care for ourselves we must care for nature. It's time to wake up, to take notice, to raise our voices. It's time to build back better for people and planet. This World Environment Day. It's time for nature. Human actions, including deforestation, encroachment on wildlife habitats, intensified agriculture, and acceleration of climate change, have pushed nature beyond its limit. It would take 1.6 Earths to meet the demands that humans make of nature each year. If we continue on this path, biodiversity loss will have severe implications for humanity, including the collapse of food and health systems. In recent decades, many environmental problems have increased as the result of human activities and unplanned management of the technological development those interference ecosystems. Therefore, a dispute between the importance of conservation and preservation of ecosystems to protect environment and the necessity to satisfy human desire by sacrifice the environment has been arise across the world. Various human activities have induced many undesirable effects to the environment which can be threatening human health, economic, natural resources and gene pool of ecosystems such as pollutions, greenhouse effect, global warming and soil erosion. By now, all of us have realized how important it is to protect the environment for our own survival. The term conservation of environment relates to activities which can provide individual or commercial benefits, but at the same time, prevent excessive use leading to environmental damage. Conservation may be distinguished from preservation, which is considered to be maintaining of nature as it is, or might have been before the intervention of either human beings or natural forces. We know that natural resources are getting depleted and environmental problems are increasing. It is, therefore, necessary to conserve and protect our environment. Following practices help in protecting our environment, which are as follows. Conserve water. The little things can make a big difference. Every time you turn off the water while you're brushing your teeth, you're doing something good, so fix it. It's easy and cheap. And stop drinking bottled water. Switch to filtered tap water. You'll save a ton of cash and help reduce a ton of plastic waste in the process. Walk, bike or take public transit. Walking and biking are obvious ways to reduce greenhouse gases. Plus you'll get some good cardio and burn some calories while you do it. If you live in an area that's not walkable, take advantage of your local mass transit if you can. Or carpool. Even one car off on the road makes a difference. Waste management. Do proper waste management in home. Use recycle bins properly. Reduce the use of one-time using item. Please follow principle of reduce, reuse and recycle. Avoid plastic and compose waste properly. You can also take reusable bags to the grocery, and avoid using disposable plates, spoons, glass, cups and napkins. They create huge amounts of waste, and buy products that are made of recycled materials. It all makes a difference. Switch to LEDs. Fluorescent light bulbs, CFLs, are great. They can last 10 times longer than incandescent bulbs and they use at least 2/3 less energy, but even CFLs have issues. They're hard to dispose of because they contain mercury. Enter light-emitting diode, or LED bulbs. They emit light in a very narrow band wavelength so they're super energy efficient. Start replacing your old incandescent bulbs with LED bulbs now, if you haven't already. They do cost more than CFLs and incandescent, but equivalent LED bulbs can last around 25,000 hours compared to the 1,000 hours that incandescent bulb might have lasted. Eat sustainable foods today. Large-scale food production accounts for as much as 25% of the greenhouse emissions. So how do you eat sustainably? Choosing food from farmers that aim to conserve the natural resources and have as little impact on the land as possible. But even buying as much as you can from local farmers makes a difference. Eating more whole grains, vegetables, fruits and nuts, and less red meats and processed foods does too. Grow your own fruits and vegetables. You can grow a garden, Plant tree. In 2018, the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change report, the UN suggests an additional 2.5 billion acres of forest in the world could limit global warming to 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit 1.5 degrees Celsius by 2050. That's a lot of trees, but you could plant one or two, right? One young tree can absorb CO2 at a rate of 13 pounds, 5 kilograms, per tree every single year. And that's just an itty-bitty baby tree. Once that tree reaches about 10 years old, it's at its most productive stage of carbon storage. Then it can absorb 48 pounds, 21 kilograms, of CO2 per year. Trees also remove all other kinds of junk from the air, including sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides and small particles. So go ahead, plant a tree. It's good for everybody. Give up plastics. The statistics are shocking. People around the world buy 1 million plastic drinking bottles every minute, and use up to 5 trillion single-use plastic bags every year. Humans are addicted to plastic, and hardly any of it, about 9%, gets recycled. A staggering 8 million tons, 7.25 metric tons, ends up in the ocean every year. Break the cycle. Stop buying bottled water. Say no to plastic shopping bags and use cloth bags instead. Don't use plastic straws. Drink from a reusable cup instead of a plastic one. Avoiding plastic can divert a ton of waste from the oceans and landfill. Earth is our home and we all need to understand its importance. Living in this planet also means leaving this place beautiful, clean and healthy for future generations as well. Save Earth and live healthy.